I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Good morning, curling fans, and welcome to Draw 4 of the 2025 BC Men's and Women's Curling Championships presented by Best Western. We're live from beautiful Langley, British Columbia at the George Preston Recreation Center, bringing you Draw 4 action between two men's teams, Team Montgomery and Team Thompson. Team Montgomery sitting at 1-1. And Team Thompson sitting at 0-1. So this is a B-side matchup in the men's triple knockout, 12-team triple knockout. So third game for Montgomery, second for Thompson. Running down the lineup here, we have Team Montgomery, lead Troy Cowan, second Miles Craig, third Chris Fair, and fourth Jason Montgomery. And Team Thompson throwing the blue rocks. We have alternate Adam Windsor, lead Bryce Lawfer, second Matt Whiteford, third Brad Thompson, and throwing fourth rocks Brooke Kalibaba. Their coach is Brian Windsor. My name is Logan Muron, and I have the privilege of being joined this morning by Melissa Saligo. We're so excited to bring you the action, this first draw of the day here in Langley. Melissa, what do you think we can expect in this game from these two teams?
Well, if we look at the very first rock, Logan, I'm going to guess we're going to have lots of rocks in play to start this first end, which is awesome. And it's amazing, though, what we've seen even yesterday. You have 5 or 6 or 7 rocks in play in the first end, and then all of a sudden there's none. So it's amazing what these teams can do, get the rock play in the right place, and then one run back usually clears it up. So even though we think it's going to be an offensive start, we'll see.
Lots of room. Line's great.
So the center guard going up right away from Team Montgomery, and
Line's
Team
great.
Thompson
Right,
calling
curling a
to
bit,
draw around top 4 foot. So you'll notice here Brad Thompson is in the house calling the shots for Team Thompson, but he's not throwing last rock. They have Brooke Kalibaba throwing last rock. So
nice weight, Brace.
a lineup that we see somewhat
14,
often
97.
with curling teams, where the one calling the shots is not necessarily throwing last, so not incredibly unusual.
Looks like that one actually over curled the guard, Logan. So a chance here for Troy to actually access the stone. They're playing a heavy
hack.
hear him, heavy hack weight.
Yep.
Almost get to the nose, I bet.
Hey! Whoa. Girl.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, you're right. Just about got up to the nose there. And we've been seeing those hack waiters sort of all week so far really get a nice finish there, especially kind of past the hog line. So we'll look to see more of that today.
It always makes a difference as to where that first rock is. The guard, I don't know if that's where they called it. I'm assuming that Team Montgomery would have called that a tighter guard. And then it makes the shot a little bit more difficult. But with the guard halfway, it's definitely accessible for the rocks in the rings. Make it look so easy.
Hey, is it? Yeah,
Yeah, so both teams are just exchanging hack weight hits here to start the end. But eventually we're going to run out of rings here if we keep hitting on the nose.
That's true.
Which
So
good.
here's
Zach.
second
Yep.
Mild Craig
Yep.
for Team
Just
Montgomery
Zach.
with
Hard.
his first rock.
No, Steven's
then.
choice. Hard. Whoa.
And this one is on the guard.
Hard, Chris. Yep. Okay.
The weight was pretty
Get the
close,
open
maybe a
one,
little on
Bob?
the lighter side, but unfortunately
That's it.
for
Bold.
Miles, it did crash the guard. So chance here now for Thompson to lie 2.
This is one of those opportunities, Melissa, early in the game where, you know, it'd be nice to make this shot. It really put the pressure on early on Team Montgomery.
5-6.
Yeah, especially when you have
Just
hammer
line.
in the first end. If you can ever establish it too relatively
Bryce is
early in
rock.
the end, and
Just
the
line.
hardest part really
Bryce
is
is rock.
maintaining it.
T-line. T-line.
So delivering this stone is second,
Hard.
Matt Whiteford.
Good.
Nice
Good.
sweep, and there it is.
Came off pretty hard off.
No,
the
that's fine.
Center.
You can guarantee Jason's, yeah, there he is, having a look at the double.
All right.
Or the hit and roll would be
What's your
great
saying,
too.
Miles? Best doubles are the ones that you missed on the first one.
You want?
And you see the ice he's taking here, Melissa. I mean, he's basically center of the rock for this.
Whoa.
And no doubt when you see the
Carol,
weight that Miles is
Carol.
throwing down here.
Carol. Carol. Roll it. Roll it. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, pretty close to perfect.
Good shot, Miles.
Sort of overskated that.
All right, throw it harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess a 7-second peel wasn't hard enough, Logan.
You got it,
6 would have made it.
Good 10.
So Team Thompson with the hit back,
Yep.
trying to
Whoa.
probably get a little bit of separation
Yep.
between these blues.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. No roll. Sit, sit, sit.
And this might be the first early mistake here. Would have really
Sorry,
have loved that stone to stay in the
Sorry,
house.
Matt. They were running straighter yesterday.
He's gonna be proud of that one.
Yeah. Do you guys like going like the out turn? This inside
this?
out.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like. I don't know.
Board.
No, I was thinking more weight.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
You think this is gonna curl?
I think it's gonna curl a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
This is pretty
And
good.
just listening into the players there, we're so lucky this weekend to have, you know, mics on all the players on the feature sheets and be able to listen in to what they're saying. One of the great things about
Hard.
curling,
All the way.
being able to listen into all the strategy, talk between the
Yeah.
sweepers.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
whoa, whoa.
That was light.
Top
Yeah. Edge of 4. 95.
So not quite the desired outcome there for Team Montgomery. And again, this will leave Brad Thompson
I got all
with his
there.
first here a chance to split the
Hey.
rings.
You got lots of line.
4. 5. Side and good. 6. Side and good. 6. Just line.
Line only.
5.
Line's great. Yeah, you guys gotta go.
Trying to
Can't
make this
hurt it.
even with the
Hard,
other
hard,
blue,
hard,
so
hard.
that there is no double.
Line's coming in nice. Hard. Pretty sweet.
And that's a fantastic shot. Both rocks completely buried, one obviously easier to access than the other.
Yeah, that's a precise shot, especially early in the end here. Like those draws off of center. We don't play a lot of those in the pregame practice. A lot of it is outside in. So a really good, you know, in a way, a really good guess from Team Thompson there on how the rock was going to
Just
perform.
normal.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Good.
That was third
Shot.
Chris Bear playing that short 1 foot run back.
Didn't finish.
What do you want? You want to
But it will
wrap or
still
you
leave
want to
Team
play
Thompson
there?
sitting shot buried.
We're one. You ever just hit that open one?
Yeah, so
I don't
it's a
mind either.
decision
Maybe
now
I-
whether you want to maybe try and
Oh, yeah?
set up a potential 3. By doing
Control?
that, you'd go around the guard again. If
Yeah.
not, you'd play.
Throw, I
You
think.
want to just play with your safe
Yeah.
2. you'd play the open hit on the one that's sitting right there, and I think that's what they're doing, just the nose hit. Maybe a bit of a roll if they can get
Good,
it.
10, hair up.
Trying
Hair
not to
up.
set up the double here for Montgomery.
Yep.
Matt.
Clean, clean. Nose, clean, clean.
Nice.
Yeah, great shot there.
Just a little louder, Brooke.
Think like, just like down normal, like.
Yeah.
Probably
edge of the
come
rock.
outside in at this, eh?
Yours came up a little.
It did, yeah. I think like it should move here.
Should be like side by side.
So this will be Skip Jason Montgomery with
Rolling
his
across.
first rock here in the
Kinda
first end.
Down normal.
Down normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be like quite normal. Like I want to have a little
Okay.
bit
Okay.
of time
Chris's was like just normal.
yeah.
Like it wasn't big by any
It
means.
came up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's just because it's early and there's a bit of pebble or.
Calling for a kind of a normal way
Oh,
to
we
down
keep on
normal
that
hit and
roll.
roll here.
Yeah, for sure. Should run nice. You know it. Same as Chris's. Maybe a little more.
Oh, normal. You got it on the curl?
Yeah.
Close.
Close.
Yep. Yes. Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl. Okay.
Shot.
Yeah, it didn't get the roll all the way, but they were a little cautious on that one because they just weren't 100% sure what that piece of ice would do. And they didn't obviously want to overcarve it.
Just even with the blue or under. I don't know. I mean, if we stick it here, it's a double. I think we try and go this way. 10.
Yeah, so you heard Brad there, Melissa, just not wanting to set up that double and let Montgomery out of this end, right? I mean, right now, they've kind of been protecting that soft deuce all end here, and so trying to get that roll the right direction here.
Big 10.
So
Big
this is Brooke
10.
Kalibaba with his first here in the first end.
Curl.
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 Curl. Curl. Whoa. Straight.
yes.
Straight. Ah. That's okay.
And he'll hit it right on the nose. Might leave a double there for Jason
Not, eh?
to get out of this end. And Melissa, while Jason's lining up this last shot, I just want to let everyone know about the other games going on this draw this morning here at the George Preston Recreation Center. All the games can be found streamed live on Curly C's YouTube channel as well as Curling Zone's YouTube channel. Live scoring,
Doesn't matter to me.
draw information,
Throwing
and
hard.
other event information is all online as well on curlbc.ca. Over on the far end on sheet A, Team Venance is playing Team Pierce. On sheet B, we have Team Wark playing Team Ryan. We have our feature sheet on C. On sheet D, Team Poirchuk is playing Team Jackson Bear. And that is actually all, just 4 draws this morning.
Yeah, lots of great action out there, and we'll definitely keep you posted on what's going on. So double chance here for Montgomery. Can he get out of this end?
Aye.
No.
Let's draw through that port.
Yeah, so he'll bonk that on the nose and leave Team Thompson sitting one. So really an ideal start for
Draw for
Team
2.
Thompson. Hey, Melissa.
Absolutely.
An open draw for your
Anytime
2 in
so.
the first end. You can never be upset with that.
Yeah, we're looking for 14.
Yeah, for Team Thompson, they are definitely the lower
this path
seed
the
of
wing's
these
a little
two
bit slower,
teams.
so-
But not only did they win the draw
Yep.
for Hammer on the pre-game practice, but now they've got this chance for 2, and that's, like you say, an absolute ideal start.
I got close. Fine's fine. Fine's fine. Wait's nice. Just
Fine's
waiting.
really nice.
Running
Yeah.
a bit.
For Team Thompson, they've seen this path before, throwing this draw a few rocks
Don't think we
ago.
can hurt it.
Sweepers are
Straight a bit.
sort of just cleaning this in, managing it well,
Preston,
and
it's all
no
right.
doubt about that. So that's a 2 on the board for Team Thompson to open this game. We'll take a quick commercial break. They'll lead 2-0 way into the second end.
Revolution.
Hmm?
16.
All right, and
All
we're
right,
back with
center
second
line.
end action
Center
here.
line.
Draw
Keep it on
4,
there.
the
Oh.
BC men's and women's curling
sorry, Brad.
provincial championships in Langley, BC. Team Thompson with their first, might have slipped into the rings there, but Montgomery's throwing up a corner guard nonetheless. So Troy Cowan will get them started.
Really wanna.
It's a hair slower in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah, the brushers aren't really touching this. They
Ryan.
definitely want this out of the house,
Nice if it was
Should
curl
be
a bit,
alright.
but it's
I
pretty.
think it's good.
especially if that blue rock is in the rings. They don't want to slip in as well.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well,
Oh, it's perfect. Great corner guard.
As tight can get on that guard.
okay.
Melissa, I heard you mention at the
touch
end of the
more?
first end there about Team Thompson winning the hammer with their LSDs. And I was overhearing the players just before we went live, and I think Jason Montgomery said to Brad Thompson that might have been the best LSD he's ever seen.
Wow.
So I didn't witness
Line's
it, but it
really
must have
good.
been pretty
Line's
good.
nice. 6.
line only.
If I'm not
6.
mistaken, actually, I think Bryce
Yeah,
threw
you
it.
on. Yep,
Okay.
you on. Yep.
Yeah, hard line.
Yep, line. Okay, line's not bad. We're going to poke out the other side, though. So
Bryce trying to get in and around here. Would love to be
That's it.
above the tee line, but this one might have some extra legs on it.
I need more ice. Nice throw. Okay.
You don't even want to really be tight to this.
That went
blue
over
one.
curls a little bit,
We
and
don't want to be tight
Pete's
to the
open on
blue
the
one.
inside there, but
Over
Monty thought about it for a minute, decided not to chase it, and it's going to draw around.
Maybe a
And with that
touchdown.
stone in the back of the house, or back 8, you know, you still
Line's
could try
good.
and draw around your corner, but
5.
that corner guard is so tight.
6.
It makes it that much more difficult to get there. So
Oh, it's
now,
running, Miles,
unfortunately
it's
for
running.
Montgomery, the play is coming to the middle really early in this end.
Curl. Keep going. Yep. 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 Hard.
If you make a half shot here like this one, if it doesn't fully bury, there's a chance now that there's a hit and roll for Team Thompson. Again, a huge shout out to Mike Merklinger and Norm Scott, who have done just a phenomenal job again on the ice surface here for our provincial championships.
Yeah, all the teams have been saying the speed has been
Hit him.
fantastic,
Hit him.
super fast. The curl's been predictable is the word
We're
that I
on the
keep
outside
hearing,
right
Melissa.
now, so just
Predictable.
freeze.
when
Predictable
describing
is
the
good.
ice.
Ready? Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Bryce, if anything.
It's to it.
Yeah.
It's
Only
to it.
Bryce, if anything.
To
No
it.
line. The line's not getting better. No, only Bryce.
This one's got some curling to do here.
Oh, I thought they were going to play a little tap on it, like a little bit more weight.
Running a bit straight there now.
Nice sweep.
Let's get to the inside.
But if they've got Montgomery thinking, then you know it was a good shot.
Get to the inside. Right around.
Yeah. I think we corner freeze that blue, no?
Yeah, or
Probably.
like
Corner the blue.
or tap it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just give you draw weight.
Yeah.
90, 95.
90, 95?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great discussion there with Miles and the Swingers there. You know,
Gotta
when
go
you're
a bit.
playing this kind of tap mess, it's really easy to overthrow that and
Close
throw it
line,
too
yep,
hard.
line,
and
fine.
end up, you know,
Yep,
not
line,
curling
yep.
enough. So
Hard
just
line,
draw
hard.
weight and
going.
then sweep for the tap.
5-6, running nice.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
Trying to get
Girl,
to the
girl.
inside here if they can.
Girl. Girl. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Great sweeping there by Troy.
Really good, Miles.
That's a pretty good lineup there if your team red.
We ever leave this side, the other side now?
Yeah, your weight will be the same on this
Yeah,
side.
you're ready to be good.
So a bit of an aggressive call here from Team Thompson, trying to draw around on the intern here. And I mean, if you make it good, you're putting a lot of pressure on Team Montgomery.
Pitch more than glass.
Where?
Pitch more, back 4.
Yeah, you don't want to be deep here. You're
only.
hearing back 4 from the rushers.
Back 4, back 8.
You're going to make this call. You
straight,
really want to
straight,
be above that
straight.
tee, sitting first or second. Oh,
Hard.
this is cranking. I think it's on the guard.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wow.
whoa, whoa. Try
You
to
weren't
cover
too
that
concerned about it there, Logan, and then all of a sudden it just seemed to go.
Yeah, maybe just an early end
Came
kind
off.
of new
Came off
path
and
still,
just
right?
moved
It's
on.
only the
Exactly.
second end.
I mean, the weight,
14-6.
Interesting there, results.
it was fantastic weight. We had it
Curled more than I
right.
thought.
Hey?
Curled more than I thought. Sure.
Wow,
didn't think it would break
these
that
teams are
early.
both being
Thought it'd be
extremely
higher.
aggressive
Yeah.
here,
We got by.
which
We
we
were
love to see.
spot on
It's
where we
good for
wanted.
us.
Go ahead
It's
and
very
roll.
exciting
I
watching
guess
and
the
exciting
red one might
commentating.
miss it.
Sit pretty nicely overlapped.
That's pretty
Yeah.
nice doing that. I like that.
Okay. Yeah. I think I like just. Sure. Yeah, whatever.
We talked about the come around, and Chris Bear had a little chat with his skipper, and
Take half.
they're going to play the double on the 2 blue ones in the
You know.
top 12 and get another red kind of in place that can be used as we progress through the end here.
Firm. Yep.
Hard.
Probably not a bad
Hard.
idea to remove
Hard.
a couple of those
Yep.
blue
Hard.
Hard. Push, Chris.
Hard.
Push, push, push.
Hard. Hard. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Get it on there.
Hi, boy.
Yeah, you got simple.
Yeah, and so it'll just roll over and freeze onto the corner of the
Nice
blue.
throw. Sorry. It curled a lot
Not,
more
a,
than I
not a
thought.
bad outcome with that shot.
14-6. Came down. More
And
ice.
here we see
Let's
Team
go
Thompson
more.
trying that intern
More.
draw again. Same spot they tried
I think we mind
last
throwing
shot.
him a quarter rock here either.
I'd be very concerned
I think we
about
might
that
have
blue
been
and
good.
red
Oh, gosh, no. No, no, no.
line up there because it's going
Gotta be
directly on the
frozen, too.
top
Don't leave it
stone.
too high because that run, eh?
I don't know. This is, as you say, a very aggressive call. I would be very tempted, maybe even just to throw a guard over here right now and just see what Montgomery does.
Line's great.
Not sure you want to leave that combination.
Whoa,
for
whoa,
Montgomery.
whoa,
Eight.
whoa. Whoa. Really got to go.
Okay. It'll be match
Whoa.
rock then. Match rock. Rock curl.
Got a curl.
Come on.
Matt.
Roll.
Matt.
Roll it.
Matt.
Roll it.
And
Whoa,
here we
whoa,
see
whoa.
Melissa maybe getting a little scared after that first one curled so much. So I think they took a little bit more ice, and then we see that one just kind of hang out there in the 8-foot and ends
Hit
up a
mine low
guard.
and roll them both under
Really
the corner.
tight kind of center guard.
Yeah.
Like
Hit
control
yours
or something.
low?
Yeah.
That's when you just.
Yeah, you can see they're having a discussion
It's
about
barely
that
on
line
that
right
blue.
there, just trying to
like
figure out what the path is doing.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
tap.
what we saw.
Oh, he's thinking straight tap, which is fine. Like hack?
Yeah, hack
Yeah.
or board or what?
I don't think you need board.
Okay, just hack.
I don't think it's hitting much of that blue.
No,
so.
it's not.
No, it's really
You hit
not.
hack and hit like 2/3, 3/4 of it. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you know it.
This is an interesting call, Logan. I'm very, very surprised they're not playing the red on blue. Sorry, blue onto red on blue. They're actually playing the tap on the other red stone that's sitting
Hard,
top
keep it
12
on center.
in hopes that they get a kind of tap it back and roll under.
Yeah, this one, Melissa, this one's curling.
Hard, hard,
This
hard.
one's really curling here.
Yeah, it's light, unfortunately, for Chris. They were
Ooh, that wasn't matched.
looking for hack weight, and that's not even back 12.
Fucking rock.
Rattles? Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they just didn't make a move.
What was
you
that,
know, you're
back
in
eight?
third stones.
That was full back 8.
And obviously, Team
Hey,
Thompson
nice.
hasn't changed their
I just
strategy
need
here.
less
They're going to
weight.
try and get in
I
there
think it'll
again,
curl.
which I think is a good call. It's looking very scary right now if you're the lonely blue sitting in the
That's
in the
similar.
house.
Back 4. Back 14.
Line's much better.
Yes.
Line's great.
Yes.
Line's great.
Line only.
Line's great.
Room. Room.
Wait only. Wait only. Line's great.
Oh, line is great, but I think it's just a
Jesus.
titch heavy.
Sorry, Brad.
Just chucking them.
Sorry.
Melissa, I'm almost wondering if
I think
it's
like,
just a matter of they're not
14-6,
that little
14
blue-red that
14
you
3/4.
mentioned there.
We're still shot, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I,
I
Pretty
think so.
wired.
I'm not sure. But
it
That
seems
one's, like,
very
outside
wired,
of
and
the
I
fourth.
think
It's
if you
14-2 is
catch
like
the
back
blue
eight,
stone
so-
in the rings, it's not going to touch the red shot. That's back 4. I mean, it doesn't look it from our perspective.
Hmm.
Maybe he's saving that first last. You know, he probably knows that Team Thompson has tried this 3 times now, so they're going to try it, get around there first.
Close, maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, maybe a matter of beating them in there with a good one.
Yep. 6. Gotta go. Hard, looks light.
And you can see, I actually was watching the line on that one. And if you're ever just even a little bit light, Logan, it actually started curling about halfway down. There was no chance for that rock.
Okay.
Once it starts curling, there's really, and it's light, there's really nothing you can do. I think every rock but one's in play here. Very exciting end.
Just try and
Yeah, aggressive play early from both teams here.
Chris is the same thing yours
what,
did.
like half?
I think it's just
Fine.
very weight
Half
dependent
line?
right now.
Yeah, I like that. I think
Got
we
me.
want to miss on the wide side if we're going to miss.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I heard straight at some point there.
Yeah, we just don't want to.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
want to hit it too thick
I
because then
don't
we're
wanna
just
hit the
leaving them a
5.
double.
Sorry?
If we hit it too thick, then we're just leaving them a double in there.
Yeah, so let's throw it like a little bit so we roll away. Throw.
No, I still like back line.
All right.
I kind of agree with Brooke here. I get why they're throwing back line. They just want to tap it onto the red
Just
shot
tip the
stone
blue in?
or even
Yep.
just tap it
Okay.
right
I
into
gotta
the
throw about
button.
the same weight.
But the key is where your shooter
Bad
goes. And I
adjustments?
agree with
Yeah.
Brooke. You want to get rid of that shooter. You want to roll it as
14.
far
We'll
away as
do it
possible. And I'm
14.
not sure with back line.
14, so it's like
gonna be
14-2,
enough
14,
weight to do
14,
so.
14-2 we're looking for?
Yeah, that's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah, you're trying to hit less
90?
of this blue than you can
90?
see even, isn't that right?
Exactly.
Melissa? Like you know, you're only trying to hit maybe a quarter of it at the most here.
Yeah, I agree. So I may be tempted to throw a little bit more weight, but we'll see if they can make it with back line.
I got close. Back 4.
Back four is
Yep.
not enough.
He back 4.
Yep.
Hard line.
Clippers are on this early. A little light.
Hard.
Hard.
Hurry.
Hard.
Yeah, if it's light, it's going to overthrow.
Hard, guys. Gotta go.
Oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, that was tricky. Yeah, just a little light, I think, out of Brooke's hand.
Tap it. No. Unless there's anything like that.
Looks like the straight tap is there.
Yeah, I would agree.
This Logan, the less frustrated you will be.
Yeah, and you just heard Troy there saying to Jason that the ice just isn't quite up to speed yet. We're still early in the game, and it's a morning draw, and so just taking an extra end to really get that draw weight. But
All there. For...
D
Right,
back 4.
Back 8.
Whoa, easy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Right off, right off, right off.
Easy. Line's
Not
low.
heavy. Weight's
this one's
good.
really hanging out there, Melissa.
Curl,
It's got a
curl,
lot of
weight's
lot of
good.
curling
Curl.
play here.
Harder. Go. Go, Troy. Hard.
Go, go, go.
Hard,
Hard.
Troy.
Go, hard.
Hurry. Go,
Hard,
go, go,
hard,
go, go,
hard,
go,
hard,
go,
hard,
go.
hard, hard.
Hard mouse. Yep.
I think weight was good, just didn't have the line. Oh boy.
It's not gonna go. I mean, if we roll this off, I think that misses this.
Do I play this then?
Sorry?
Do I play this then?
The outside of that blue.
Well, they're
If you
shot,
can-
so
Get across the face and move up a little bit.
let's take a timeout.
Wow. A
Well, well,
very early timeout
Eyes
call
all now.
from Team Thompson in this game. So they'll take some time off the clock here to look at this one. I don't think they have a coach, Melissa, with them here. Do you
What's
know?
that? Well, they're gonna be shot.
I haven't seen Brian,
we
so
can do
I'm
this
not
one.
sure that he's
He
here.
might be able to squirt there, but then he has this double.
They could have
for
probably
two.
just talked about
get
this a little bit
outside here.
without
Can we
taking the
get-
timeout, but
Yeah.
I know it's a big shot, but it is only the
That-
second end.
Well, I mean, this is a force if we play this. I just
And
don't know why we have to go off
we
that
might
spinner.
hit the bottom side of that.
I mean, if we miss this down this way, this just goes here.
If
I
we,
mean,
go,
we
if
could
we
maybe
make this
try and
right,
draw,
is that not
but-
a steal?
Sorry?
Is this not a steal if we make this?
So listening in here, Melissa,
Yeah,
to the
outside
players,
run.
it kind
Yeah,
of
or
sounds
the
like they're
draw, I
trying to
guess.
decide,
Gives
like,
one.
are we trying to force, or are we maybe trying to sneak a steal out of this?
Can we see enough of this for it being
That's
that flat?
exactly how
it's
this
not bad.
conversation is going. Is which one are we
have to
trying to
get
do
underneath.
here? And
Yeah.
I think
Is that or the outside of this, right? I think. Are
What
the
do you
two
want? What do you
shots.
like, Brooke?
I'm not
You're
sure you
throwing it.
really ever play for the steal. If you get a steal, that's fantastic, but you definitely want to play for the force.
Playing the one.
Yeah, the 1-3 squirt.
Yeah.
Again, there's a chance we leave him a crotch, but still only for 2.
If it ends up a little too thin, then we're just playing on the 2 anyway.
Yeah, then we're wicking
Yeah.
off this over here, right?
I think that's
What turn you want to throw?
play the out turn.
Yeah, and if it comes, it's 2 and in.
Yeah.
Can I wait firm?
Yeah,
I feel like firm is what we want to squirt.
Yeah, just firm.
So I think what they've decided is to play the thin double on the 2 red stones.
We're sitting 2-3. Like I almost even was thinking just drawing in there, but
If you're sitting 2-3,
I mean, if this gets it in there and
hey,
So I assume
Yeah,
based on
that's
that
good.
they're playing for the force. Is that right, Melissa?
It's pretty much
Based
where
on
we
this
want to
call?
hit it.
definitely gonna hit a rock.
but right now they have the force, so they're playing a very, very difficult shot for a force. So why would you not even, potentially maybe even just guard it? So Brooks playing a
Big
very
frame.
difficult
Yep.
double,
Yep.
but the rock you can only see an inch of, and then maybe
Hard,
drive it
hard,
back.
Well, let's see what happens here. A lot of weight from Brooke. Wow.
that ended
what
up-
do we know?
What do we know?
What
Great,
a
great
fantastic
shot.
shot.
Blue
that
sitting
might have been
2.
like
Wow,
button D or
just like
E,
they
but
drew it up, hey? Holy smokes. What an unbelievable shot from Brooke. 2 buried, I mean,
Brilliant shot.
wow. I'm honestly speechless about that.
I didn't actually see it. I saw it hitting, but I didn't
for
see it
3.
spinning and getting rid of the red as well.
Wow.
Amazing shot.
To see that
You like
shot
it.
by Brooke, what a great eye to have
I wish we
drawn
could see
up.
that one again.
Well, I might only do for 2.
Oh, It's probably for 2. Most of
You might do this.
So I mean,
Might
how
kick
how
that. Might
the
touch that.
tables have turned here. If you're Team Montgomery, I mean, now it's how do we score?
That's exactly right. So there's the in off on the one that on our left hand side that Jason's just pointing to. There's a tap on the
like
other
into it.
side with the red
Yeah,
on
and I
red,
think
but that's
it's
not
gonna move a
easy
little bit,
either.
I think,
Yeah.
like,
It's like a thin, less than quarter.
8th, yeah. Thin quarter.
Playing the in off.
So
Yeah.
you hear the players there playing in and off that
Big.
rock to the right of Chris's broom, as we're seeing it there, and
You throwing up or peel?
calling for an 1/8 of a rock. So just papering that blue. But I gotta say, Melissa,
Need like a
from
thin
personal
quarter, eh?
experience, this is a Team Montgomery special.
It is
so
indeed.
All right, you know it here.
He'll have full expectations of making this shot as he gets into the hack. So last rock here in the second end. Jason Montgomery with a high weight in off. Try to score.
Whoa!
Curl! Curl!
Trying to get this curl.
Curl!
Gotta just catch it.
Oy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, big miss there, and it'll be a steal of 2 for Team Thompson. They'll lead 4-0 heading into the third end. We'll be right back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Double corners.
Drag it, boys.
All right, we're back with third end of play here. Draw 4 at the BC men's and women's curling provincials. Beautiful Langley, British Columbia. We have the action here between Team Montgomery throwing the red stones and Team Thompson throwing the blue stones. And Melissa, I think during that commercial break, we were still just
touch high,
almost trying to comprehend what just happened at the end of that second end there. Those last 2 shots were, they left me speechless.
Well, exactly. I'm still trying to process Brooks, and it was, I mean, a phenomenal shot, but they obviously saw even a little bit more than we did, but to end up sitting 2, and then Monty, uncharacteristic miss by him. He, as you said, that was kind of his go-to shot, and not expecting him to miss those very often.
So we got rocks in play early in this third end. Team Montgomery puts up that corner, and Team Thompson with one sort of back 8 and then a tight center. And we're seeing Jason call to draw around that center. And Team Montgomery, they're based out of the Victoria Curling Club. All 4 members play in Victoria. They've had a good season on tour this year, Melissa. They've only played in 4 events, all BC events, but they actually won 2 of them. The King Cash and the Island Shootout. So by virtue of that, they're ranked 48th in Canada on the Canadian team ranking system. And I know that they're coming in confident to this provincials after their season. And then for Team Thompson here, a bit of a newer team to the competitive circuit, but they've had a busy year. They've played in 7 events across BC. They're ranked 99 on the CTRS, the Canadian team ranking system. And I know these guys are just super excited to be here. They qualified out of the Open. They worked really hard to get here. They deserve to be in this provincial championship.
And it's really nice to see Brooke Calababa out there. He's played a lot of junior events, had some success. And so it's really nice to see him with these guys and throwing last stone.
What do you want to see, 95?
And it seems in this particular game, I haven't seen them play yet this week, but they're not afraid to be aggressive, even without the hammer. They're just ready to put the rocks in play. They've got a great grasp of draw weight right now, and they know they're just going to keep putting a lot of pressure on Team Montgomery.
Yeah, I've played this team a couple times over the course of this season, Melissa, and yeah, they're very aggressive and no fear. They are just happy to play.
6.
Line's good.
5.
Close line.
Yep. Just do it. Little tap. Just do it.
So Miles Craig trying to freeze this one top 4.
Little tap.
Keep the angles nice.
Shot. Freeze that.
Tuck it on top.
Short's okay. 1 or 2. Tuck a little bit around.
Misses light.
Brad indicating a couple of shots here, options here. They can just corner freeze that red stone that was just thrown by Miles. They can throw a guard as well because they are sitting right on the button. If they can even half guard this, it's going to take Monty at least 1 or 2 to move some things around.
4, 5.
No.
Supers are calling 4 or 5 here, Melissa. So top 8.
Red.
Somewhere in that realm.
Coming off okay. 4.
Just Bryce Fanning. It's got a curl. Okay, you can freeze it. Yep. Straight. Go. Hard.
Oh, what a good result right there.
Up my
He
man.
didn't really touch it the whole way down and just waited for it to make its
Quad's
move,
probably
and it's a
there.
perfect
Nose?
shot.
What's that, like T-line?
Top 4.
Okay. Probably the same.
Top 4.
Right now, it's all about creating the angles for Team Montgomery. They've got to get some rocks in positions where they can move them around. They're going to try and corner freeze right now with the blue shot stone, but even
Whoa,
if it's
Vince,
light,
whoa.
that's okay as long as
Line's
it's
good.
available to
7.
promote later.
7, 8.
Yeah, anything in the top of the house right now is your
Coming
friend
down.
if you're
6.
Montgomery. Trying to
Hard
generate
line.
something.
Hard line.
4, 3.
Yeah, 3 is barely making the rings,
Keep going.
if at all.
Hard. You got to
Keep going.
Wow, that crashed like.
There's a wider
It's not
line.
a terrible outcome.
Yeah.
It's a usable
3.
rock, right?
They look about the same out of my hand.
Not what they were calling, but it's something in front of the house.
And it's got a good angle on their opposition stone. So
410,
now
420.
Team Thompson
450,
not
yeah.
wasting any time. I believe they're throwing a guard, and I would be too.
Line's nice.
Good 2. 2 on its own, just line.
Line's good.
Weight only.
All you, weight's good. Weight's a 2.
It's gonna have to curl, I think.
2.
So this is Skip Brad Thompson with
Nice
his first
drop.
here.
You finish.
Hard, Bryce.
Hard Bryce. Bring it over. Oh yeah, great.
I think that's pretty good. I'm not sure that you can promote the
Touch high,
blue on
get
the center
a couple of
without
them going.
touching that red one. As you can see, there's a
Run
good
it
view of
onto
it there.
ours.
Yeah.
We're just like
Straight
normal.
back.
I think Monty needs to move some
Run it
stones
onto
here.
ours.
Something.
I was thinking onto ours with just like
Yeah,
normal.
it's getting a little scary with all the rocks in play on the center there if you're Team Montgomery.
Because
Hey,
it
what do
goes
you
up-
like, Monty? That way?
Okay,
It's pretty good if we get them all.
we get them all. Okay.
This
Yeah.
probably isn't bad either.
Over the top. Okay.
Calling for the double peel here. Across the face. Try to clear up at least 2, maybe 3 of these stones.
Yep. Yes. Hard.
Hurry.
Hard.
Oh boy, and this is over curling.
Oh no.
Not a good result there for Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, Team Montgomery can't buy one out here right
They
now.
cannot.
Speaking of buying,
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
And we're back with fourth end action here. Draw 4, the BC Men's and Women's Curling Championships between Team Montgomery and Team Thompson. And Team Thompson starting this game out to a bit of a commanding lead, Melissa.
Yeah, it's been impressive, actually. They are putting everything in play, being very offensive with and without hammer. And they are not afraid. And they are, I mean, they know they have to. They have to. They're playing a very good team in Montgomery. And
like back,
they are just putting their foot on the gas pedal.
T-line.
Yep.
And what a great 3 end so far by Team Thompson.
Lots of room.
Tons of weight right now. Tons of weight.
Line
Where are
only.
we?
Line only.
So as the leads get us started here in the fourth end, we want to give you a quick update on the scores around the rings on the other sheets of play here this morning in Langley. Again, like we mentioned at the top, all the live scores for all the sheets can be found on Curl BC's website, curlbc.ca live scores, as well as the draw, event details, ticket information, all that other info. You can also watch a live stream of every game online on YouTube, Curl BC YouTube channel or Curling Zone YouTube channel. Over on sheet A, Team Venance is up 2-0 over Team Pierce. A lot of blank ends there. They're playing the fifth end. On sheet B, we have Team Wark down 2-1 to Team Ryan. Then our feature on C, and on sheet D, Team Forchuk is up 3-2 on Jackson Barra. They're playing the fourth.
That's right.
And Melissa, we're so lucky this week to have this incredible streaming set up with the help of Curling Stadium here, and to be able to live stream great quality video of all sheets. It's so nice for all those fans that can't make it down here to the George Preston Center.
We're digging hard.
Yeah, we've received a ton of positive comments, and we're very fortunate to have Curling Stadium here, as you say, and we've set our precedent now, I think, Logan.
Big time, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah.
See now.
That was coming in hot.
This sounds like it may be picked.
97.
So Team Montgomery will be happy with the way this end is shaping up. There's lots of guards out front. They've got their 2 corner guards established.
It looks maybe a
Close line. Yep, line.
Instead of going around one of the corners again, they're going to play to the middle.
Line.
Hard line.
5-6.
Hopefully, maybe
Hard
this time
line.
will work out for them.
Hard
They've
line.
been having some trouble
Hard line.
establishing that area in the middle.
Hard.
All the way, all the way.
Melissa, I was just gonna say, you mentioned that a couple ends ago, just like a little bit light, and it just
they're not finding that path or the weight. Like, I mean, that weight wasn't bad. That would have been top 12, maybe biting top 8. But they're just not putting it together.
Yeah, I think just off nose, eh? We'll play it wide. We roll too far, it's fine.
So Team Thompson electing to just hit this open one that was just thrown by Team Montgomery. Got to be a little careful about jam chances here on that back one. Keep the angle on it.
Curl for peace. Curl for peace.
Curl for a piece never sounds good. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Good. The double O.
not the desired outcome there for Team
Okay.
Thompson, but you know, I guess
line.
in a way, luckily up
This split.
5, and still will have the chance to
85.
you know, peel off some stones here.
Yeah, great chance for Miles Craig right now. Just throwing probably back 8 weight. Would
close.
love
Back
to
one.
tap
Back one
the
plus.
open redstone behind a guard and roll his shooter behind the corner.
Curl. Whoa. Curl.
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 He's got a lot of curling to do. It's pretty close.
Big roll, Troy. Big roll.
What a
Hard,
shot.
Troy.
That's
Hard.
a beaut.
Hard. Hard. Go.
Fantastic shot.
And roll it buried behind that corner too. Team Montgomery, I think they needed that, Melissa.
They really did. Yeah, that was a terrific shot.
Yeah, I think field guard.
And you know, we were listening in during that commercial break to the
I'll
players,
play
and
the
for Team
intern.
Montgomery, you know, down 5, lots of game
There
left,
more.
10 in games here at the provincial championships. So, you know, we're only in the 4th end. We still have well more than half the game left, and you know, anything can happen if you just stay with it and score a couple, and you know, just take it one end, one rock at a time.
Confirm.
Clean. Yep.
Brad just playing the peel here, trying to roll if he can.
Hard.
Roll, Matt. Yeah. I think so. And where do you want it? Like top 4 or top 8?
Top 4.
Okay.
Top 4.
Great end shaping up here right now for Team Montgomery.
How'd it feel?
Lots of room.
Okay, it looks a little big, Moss.
7.
The line's good.
I don't think so.
Line's
Yeah.
good.
Close. 7, 8.
Yeah, if Chris can,
Close for line.
I was just gonna say, if Chris can wrap this one around. They're calling 7.
They're
It's a
big.
hair heavy, but pretty close. That'll
8.
put a ton of pressure on Team Thompson.
Yeah, and hopefully once it starts curling, the weight will
Oh,
come
this gotta
off
stop.
ever so slightly. So
Stop.
I'd love
stop,
for this
stop.
to be above the
Six.
tee
Six.
line.
Stop.
Ooh,
Not bad, Chris.
not bad, about a foot heavy probably.
Close.
You can hear Chris, he agrees.
Which turn? Oh. Oh, okay.
Trying the double here.
Confirm.
Curl. 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 Hard curl. Hard.
Yeah, you wanted to be on
Alright,
the
Chris,
inside of
let's
that
capitalize on
rock
this
no
one.
matter what here. That's unfortunate for Brad Thompson.
3 feet left.
So great
Yeah.
chance here for Montgomery to be sitting 3 behind guards. Chris is definitely going to take a couple pounds off
How'd it
this one
feel?
to be above the tee line.
Looks good.
There's a little bit
Oh.
left.
7 is
Line's
not
good.
good.
Line's tighter.
Oh, 6 is better.
Easy.
Little tighter line.
6, 7.
Yeah, line.
6. Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Line.
To it.
Whoa. Whoa, you're okay. Whoa. Wait on.
Mine is fantastic.
6.
Yep. 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 Right to it.
Yep.
Very good. Very good.
Great adjustment
Nice,
there
buddy.
from Chris. A
Real nice.
fantastic shot. Well managed by the whole team.
Freeze it or run it.
And a bit of trouble now if you're Team Thompson.
What's that?
You know,
Absolutely.
We're already on skips first, and we're kind of shaping up for a possible 3
Only
ball
at 2,
here
right?
for Team
Maybe
Montgomery.
just 1. All right.
If we come into it,
Yeah, really only 2 options here. Probably the more favorable is running blue
Yeah,
onto
give me a
blue.
Play nose.
Grab one and
As long as you
Nose?
hit the second blue stone, you
Nose is
will
pretty
get rid of
close.
at least 1 red. I don't think freezing is a great option on his first one anyways.
6.
I think if you throw it hard enough and you get the angles right, Melissa, you could get rid of all 3 here. For sure, 2.
I'm not jumping in the pond on this one. I agree, though. I do agree, but Brooke can throw it hard. Just needs to hit off nose. Get some granite going here in the house.
Curl! 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 Curl!
Right out of the hand, trying to get it to curl. He's close.
Oh boy. Not bad, not great, not bad. Might have access. Yeah, there you go.
Right,
He
like
does have
a-
access to some of the stones, so
There.
that's better.
High 90 for.
That should
for
give him a
money.
chance to at least on his last make
97-ish.
a double
only going
somewhere.
top
Someone
eight.
too high
Exactly.
that he comes and
Right now,
puts
he's
one
probably
there.
looking
I
at
want him to be
3.
like a third
Well, he'd
open.
be sitting.
Yeah, so he can't hit and roll inside
Yeah.
off of that one.
Yeah, for
So I
sure.
think it'd be nice if we were sitting.
Yeah, if you go right into the pocket, the most that they can get rid of is 2.
I agree. That's a great
Yeah, we
right
freeze
there.
to the inside of this one. If we just freeze right there, all he has.
Yeah, you
is
heard
snows and
Troy
this.
Troy on the mic there. If
Right?
they freeze the pocket, the
He
most
might
you
go
can
get
get
the side, but-
rid of is
Yeah, but
2.
it's-
So
This. If he ever gets this first,
Top 8.
Yeah,
he
but
could
there's-
possibly
There's
kill
not
that.
a whole lot of air there. Like, yes, he could.
Like if you're here,
Come on, guys.
Yeah. So want to be just a little bit higher. There.
Yeah, probably looking like
Just
95 is
biting
probably
the top
max.
4.
I think 95's good.
yeah. Okay.
Split center. Just biting top 4.
Top 8's not bad.
Edge I like, yeah.
No, top 8's good.
I don't know if I would go top
top
8.
eight
I
for
think
money
I'd
is
go a
probably
little
a 4.
deeper.
I think you could be right to that pocket there.
I
Melissa,
would. I
right?
think so. I think it's easier or
Yeah, I
harder
like that.
for Team Thompson to get rid of, too many
Yeah.
stones
You want to be like a third open, probably.
if you're tighter.
Turn it nice here, money. Very similar to the draw of the button.
I got a 15-1 on misses.
Yeah.
There's a
Take
great.
95-4.
You heard Jason say it's 15-1 hog to hog, but beautiful ice surface. That is just perfect weight. Perfect speed, pardon me.
I think we're there.
Top 4.
You don't want to be
7.
heavy here. That's the
Line's
tolerance.
good.
7.
7.
Line's a little tight.
Tolerance is to be on the lighter side.
Put it right to it. 7.
Yeah, line's good.
Yep.
Easy,
The
easy.
sweepers are getting good
Right
at
to
saying
it, tapping
7,
a little.
Melissa.
They
Top
are
of the foot.
indeed. That's good though. It's T-line.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
That means you're close.
Sit down. It's not bad.
I don't know. I think that's pretty good. Can they get rid of more than 2? I don't think so.
I'm trying to see if you throw it really hard on that out turn and almost hit the red on the far right first.
Maybe.
But I still think that only gets rid of 2. Like I don't think.
Yeah, I think the max you could probably get rid of here is 2.
But I think if you're Team Thompson, I mean, you never want to give up 3, but when you're up
Way to
5
get
and you give
3
up
out of
3,
it.
you take that hammer back and
Heavy
reset into the next end. and-
Exactly.
Right, right there.
They're still sitting 3, and then they still have a shot for 4.
So we could play this. Well,
You could play the double on the left-hand side. You could make that double.
Or you run the blue.
There's-
Angles there where you at least
Be satisfied with giving up 3, or you play it on the right-hand side and maybe
don't
get
like
more than 2.
Making sure on
Yeah, no.
The in-turn doubles there and the out-turn.
this with 12.
I think if you're
Or
if you're
11.
Brooke, I don't know, Melissa, maybe if you agree or
say
disagree,
11.
but I don't think you're
11's
too
gotta
concerned
curl
about
up
where
a
your
bit.
shooter sticks on this.
No.
Like I think at this point it's
I mean,
elimination,
if
right?
you
Like
take
No.
this, we're still up 1, but
I think it's a win here for Team Thompson if you give up 3.
Like 11 around the horn?
I don't know. I'd be throwing,
11.
just making sure 2 go. I'd be blasting this one way or the other. As you said, Logan, not worried about my shooter.
As soon as we're by, I think you're on hard. As much as we can get inside, I
so
think
it
it's
sounds
better.
like they're kind of throwing like a heavy board type weight here, Melissa, and trying to get to the nose of that red, stick their shooter, and hopefully make the double at the same time. So a precise shot here by Team Thompson for Brooke. So his last here in the 4th.
Big 11.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Carl. Yep.
Yeah, they're
Straight.
definitely focused
Straight.
on the shooter here.
Straight.
And that was my concern with throwing that kind of weight.
Boy, oh boy, this will leave Jason Montgomery with a draw to tie this game. This has been. My heart wasn't prepared for this at 9 a.m.
Not enough coffee. I just don't understand that call, I'm afraid. I think you just blast it and just get rid of 2 at least. That was such a delicate shot and a really difficult shot, and actually almost miscalled a little bit too, Logan, as well. So unfortunate for Team Thompson, but great opportunity here for Team Montgomery. A draw 4-5.
Jason Montgomery needs the rings. Anywhere in the rings for his 5th point.
We're on there. Slightly wider line.
Sweepers are just cleaning this one in.
14-8.
No doubt about it. And we have a new game on our hands, Melissa. We are tied at 5 going into the 5th end. 5-5 after 4. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Go on, boys.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Maybe a touchdown.
Yeah.
Got a bit of room.
Well, we're back with 5th end play here. Draw 4 of the BC Men's and Women's Curling Championships. And Melissa, we've got a new game here. We're tied.
All the way, Miles.
Always curl. Always curl.
Incredible swing of events here.
It's been interesting. First 4 ends, for sure, and you know, great job for Team Montgomery. They're a great team, and they found a way to come back, but some really difficult and shots for especially Brooke on his last one. I just think that if they throw a higher weight there, they probably get rid of 2 stones. You know, that's a situation where you don't really worry about your shooter. You're just trying to figure out how to minimize the damage.
Like a bit more.
Well, I have to say, after watching those first 4 ends, I am so excited for the second half of this game.
Brooks
But I want to throw, as we get started here in the 5th end, Melissa, I want to throw a little plug out for one of our big sponsors here at Curl BC. We saw their commercial during the commercial break there, and that's Bel Air Direct. And we want to let everyone know that Curl BC members can receive exclusive home, condo, and tenant insurance savings, as well as enhanced coverage with our partner, Bel Air Direct. It pays to be a member. And we're so thankful for their support, as well as all of the other sponsors that help support us. And we'll get into all of our sponsors later in this game over the course of the broadcast. But
Either or.
we're so thankful because these events couldn't happen without the support of those sponsors.
Yeah.
Control.
Yep.
Hard.
Wait,
Hard.
Hard.
Hard. Hard all the way. Whoa. 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 Oh, right off.
Yeah, that one's going to over curl and peel their center. So not ideal for a team probably trying to think about stealing or forcing this end.
Yeah, if you're Team Montgomery, a force here would have been phenomenal. You've got the momentum right now, so if you can force and then have hammer in the even sixth end, you would have been set up. But unfortunately, a miss there by Miles. Chance here now for Matt.
Yep.
Trying to hit and roll away, hit the red stone and roll away. Separate their stone if they can.
Hard, roll it, Brooke. Hard. It's good. Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
Well
it's
done.
a pretty good outcome there.
Okay. Yep.
Go.
No matter.
Looks like a double chance here for Miles. Get rid of 2 of these stones anyways.
Whoa. Curl. Whoa. Curl.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll get that double. Loses the shooter, but you know, a good outcome. And Melissa, I'm laughing here, sitting watching the stream. My phone is just blowing up with comments. Just everyone watching at home. What is going on in this game? What an exciting, crazy game here first thing in the morning.
Well, keeping everyone on their toes, that's for sure.
6-7.
Can't blink.
6-7.
All you guys.
On its own.
You don't see those big numbers on the boards very
Thirdly,
often.
We want this one to be the higher
On
one.
its own.
Bryce's rock.
5
Team
on
Thompson,
its own.
just trying to split the
Okay, have
rings.
a look then. Well, just Bryce.
Would like these stones to be pretty
5 on its
even,
own.
so
Hires
we
will
know how
find.
good Team Montgomery can be at doubles. And that looks pretty darn good.
A difference?
Underneath.
Yep.
Firm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. Curl.
Whoa.
Roll it.
Whoa. Easy.
Shot.
Nice shot.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, they're trying to actually play the double or the hit and roll to freeze
You're
on
not
top of that
controlling
blue, but that's actually a pretty good outcome with that shot as well. It's going to be hard for Team Thompson to get any separation.
Yeah, we can always roll the other way. Here, more.
Yeah, you can see where they're doing. They're trying to cross their blue so their shooter rolls as far away as possible.
Good 10, hair down.
Gotta be careful on these ones. You just
Clean,
want to make sure
clean.
you remove their
Straight,
opposition
straight,
stone
right,
first.
yep. Whoa. Curl.
Yeah, and 7 times out of 10, you're going to leave that double.
Yeah, it's a pretty precise shot to try to, still get that
How much
backhand
room
roll
is
your
there?
shooter like you were saying. So
Like 6 inches. Hard.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Chris Bear. Oh, boy.
yeah, that was just, I think, just tight out of the hand, Melissa. I think I heard Jason Montgomery call hard before Chris even let that one go. So
Still 4 seconds.
maybe just not quite getting out to the broom there.
Yeah, and you can see Chris's body language there. He's struggling a little bit this game. Trying to dig deep and find a way to make some great shots.
Wait's nice. 5-6. Just a 5.
5-6 sounds great for weight. Just top 8, top 4 maybe at the most.
6. 7.
7's a little too deep,
Big.
so if it is a 7, you probably want to figure out how to
Bigger
put this
than
in a place that there's no double.
Oh, wait, Brad.
No, you guys, you didn't sweep it at all.
It's a long double, but it's there.
It's there. You could have taken that right back to back 12 and making the double a bit more difficult.
What is it, Chris?
It's probably just going to be rolling here. Feel.
So Team Montgomery not electing to take on this double, just playing the hit and roll here. Try to group those
here,
stones
buddy.
together. Not, I must say, not very Montgomery-esque, but maybe, just a bit of a confidence shot, possibly.
I think if the double's there, they're going to play it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Big roll. Big roll. I got it.
Easy.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Probably could have made it, eh?
I don't want to say what I want to say, but it's like
Just
Monty was at the
roll.
hack trying to
Right in the
save
middle?
time, and so Chris just called the hit and roll instead of, because Monty did ask, where do I need to hit it for the double? So it was maybe just not completely on the same page, but a chance here now for Brooke to hit and roll away the other way and separate those stones.
Oh.
Good 10. Head up.
Brooks
Whoa,
first here in the
whoa,
fifth
whoa.
end, and like you say, Melissa,
Girl,
rolling
girl,
anywhere to the inside
girl,
here
girl,
is pretty good. So.
Girl. Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
Girl.
Girl. Roll.
Roll. It looked like you were starting to come.
Yeah, you could hear Brad. He got them on for the sweep right away but he didn't want to lose it, and that, I mean, that's
Real
a good
close.
call. You have to make sure that you make contact and save your shooter. Make Jason throw the double.
Make it on this one, eh?
Monty, you like this ice?
Half,
So
eh?
Jason Montgomery with his
Yeah,
last
thick half.
rock here
Thick half? Okay.
in the fifth end. And Melissa, you mentioned, maybe Team Montgomery getting a little bit concerned about the amount of time that they have on the clock. And I'm just looking here, and they're a little bit low. They're about a minute under where you want to be at the halfway point, but nothing incredibly crazy, I don't think.
And they haven't used their timeouts. They have 2 timeouts.
Hey!
Big scrub here from Troy Miles.
Hey!
And there's a great double by Jason. That's what we're used to seeing.
Shot money.
Shot money.
So for Team Thompson here, I'm assuming the blank attempt, and
Shot money.
I think you're pretty happy with that. You take hammer into the 6th, the even end, and
7.
try to build something next end.
Whoa! Clean, curl. Clean.
And a nice clean in there for Team Thompson. They'll make that blank, and we'll stay tied 5-5 in the 5th end break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
What's that? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we may get set again, so.
All right, and you see the scoreboard popped up on the screen there, and we're all tied at 5 heading into the 6th then. Not a conventional way to be tied at 5 after the first half, but here we are nonetheless. And both teams just finishing up their 5th end break, probably had a little snack. And Melissa, what do you think the conversation looked like for each of these teams in the 5th end?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that have happened. For Team Montgomery, they're so happy that they're back in this with the 5, and you know that they're going to try and ride that momentum for the last 5 as well, because it's, you know, they're coming off. I know it's a blank last end, but for Team Thompson, they just have to be okay. I mean, they had a great start. They had one bad end. They had the blank the last end, so they're in a perfect position. They have hammer in this 6th end starting this last 5, so they just need to keep it together and just keep focusing on what they're used to doing.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. And, you know, like I mentioned just before we went to break, like for Team Thompson, you have the hammer in an even end in the 6th end. So just scoring here will be really good to help kind of get their momentum back rolling, right? Even a 1 here is a good outcome for Team
Oh, I
Thompson.
totally agree. That's right. Just try to take that momentum away from their opposition.
Brooks rock.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Last story, Brad.
And that one just
Could throw a center guard.
snuck right into the rings there. That's not what you want to do on your first shot.
Whatever you like.
Okay.
So chance here for Troy to hit this and roll to the center.
So every game out here on the ice
normal.
surface into their 6th end. So we'll give you a quick update of the scores at the halfway point here. Oh, we'll actually just watch this one first. Oh boy.
That is why leads aren't supposed to hit.
Oh, Christopher Bear.
Hot mic, Chris.
Yikes,
Bear.
Chris Bear.
Oh boy.
Nope, corner, other side.
I can't. I'm not even going to say a word.
Anyways, let's continue with the score updates around the ring.
Mine's good too.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
On sheet A, Team Vanette's Team
Gentle
Pierce are
release.
tied 2-2.
Gentle release.
On sheet B, Team Ryan
That's
leads
rock.
Team Work 5-3. We have our feature sheet tied at 5, and on sheet D, Team Jackson Bear leads 5-4 over Team Porchuk. So every game is in their 6th end, except actually sheet A. Pearson Van Nance, they're already playing their 7th. They've had a lot of
Nice
blank
throws,
ends,
Bryce.
so some pretty fast play over there. And again, all these scores can be found online, curlbc.ca, as well as live streams of all the games on Curling,
Control up.
CurlBC YouTube,
Whoa,
as
whoa,
well
whoa.
as Curling Zone
Close.
YouTube
Whoa.
channels.
Clean.
Now, this is the only feature game with commentary, but all the other streams are fantastic, so you can catch all your favorite teams in action here in Langley.
Team Thompson could have elected to throw another one in the rings and just keep it an open, like just spread their rocks around, but they decided to throw the corner guard, which I like. There's a chance now, it's still early in the end, there's a chance to play the hit and roll now on this red stone. They're obviously trying to figure out a way to get their deuce.
Good 10. Hey, whoa, 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 curl. Easy. Curl. You're going the other way.
And just a nose hit there, so not what they wanted, but still, there's still the corner guard for later in the end if needed.
Yes, sir.
So this is a little bit more cautious approach to trying to get their deuce.
Curl.
Yeah, I do notice as well, Melissa, just a little bit of urgency with Team Montgomery. Like Miles was out of the hack, I think, almost before Jason had the broom down there, and you know we see a rollout on that hit, and so it's a question of you're trying to save time, but you also got to still make the shots, right? So
you really do, and you got to focus on what you're doing and still go through your same pre-shot routine and all those things. It's
good sweep.
You can't ever take anything for granted, especially out here. And maybe Team Montgomery, especially the middle, they aren't playing their best. So it's just a 3 or 4 extra seconds, really. So just take your time and make sure you do what you need to do.
I like it.
3, 4.
4. Broom. Line's
4-5.
pretty good. No switch yet.
Great if Team Thompson can get this one completely buried
Line's really
behind that corner. This is just what they've been trying to get set up here.
It's open for more finish than that.
Yeah.
They didn't want to
roll.
What's that?
Run it and roll.
Sorry?
The run back and roll to center.
I sort of like the run myself, but
You like this?
first thought was that, but
What a great shot.
like where is it? On the tee line?
Right on the tee line.
Okay, that's fine then.
yeah, you couldn't have placed that rock any better if you're Team
Right, you're not
Thompson.
here, Chris. It's nice.
And this is a very precise freeze here for Chris. He's struggled the first half of this game, so he wants to plant this right on that blue zone. Can't afford to tick off at all.
Should be there.
7, 8.
7.
8.
8
There
is
right
a little
now.
heavy.
Whoa,
They're
line's
big right now.
close.
Yep. 8.
Heavy. Heavy. Tapping a foot or tapping 2 feet.
Curl.
Got it.
Curl.
Got it.
Yeah, and just like you said there, Melissa, just a little heavy, and it'll chap off, and that'll leave an open hit and roll for Team Thompson.
You want to try and roll under?
Hey?
Roll under, 10.
Don't know what you said.
Roll under.
Now, this is a
11,
situation we
roll
saw
under?
in the
10.
first or second, Melissa, way earlier, and you mentioned something, do you hit and roll behind the
10.
guard, or do you hit and roll open? And, maybe you could walk us through the difference between those two calls.
Well, if you're going to try for 3, you're on third stone. So if you try for 3, you're probably going to roll under.
I got a good 10.
The risk you take is that if you roll under and they freeze, your end's gone. So the way this game is going, I would be very tempted if I was to roll far away. Just try and maintain your truth.
No roll.
But like we said, they're fearless, Melissa, and they will
really are. What a
make
great
the roll
shot.
under.
You see much of that?
I can see
What are you
2/3.
seeing?
I see 2/3.
And I mean, if you're going to leave it anywhere, really, that's probably
well,
one of the
yeah,
better
yeah.
places
Flop
you
on
could
top,
roll under,
yeah.
too. Really
Roll
hard to make this
forward or
double
something,
if
try
you're
and get
Team
to the nose?
Montgomery,
It's gonna be a
and
little
really hard to
slow.
freeze
It is
good
gonna be a
either.
little slow.
So
They'll probably have to throw it a little bit more.
Yeah, be on the
Right.
heavy side.
Yeah, they're calling board here, so they'll give a chance for the sweepers to finish it at the end. And they might actually be able to get to the nose.
Big board.
Board up.
You got it?
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Close. Close.
Curl.
Board.
this one's floating
Girl.
just a little bit on
Girl.
them here. Trying to get this to curl. It's close.
Go.
It is close.
Sit.
Okay.
Try.
Real close, Chris.
Yeah, that was very, very close. I think blue might still be shot.
Real close.
That was so close to being perfect. So Brad Thompson trying to get around that corner again.
How's your weight?
4-5.
You really
Felt
want
pretty
this
good.
one to be top 8, though. You
Line's
don't
great.
need to be on the T line.
6-7.
Line's good.
It's nice.
Line's really good.
Just a 6.
We're back.
Oh, being deep here is not
Coming
good,
off.
Logan.
Back 4. Sit.
Okay.
Sit.
Yeah, gotta sit above the T line here. Like you say, Melissa, you're deep. That opens up the freeze opportunity.
It's freezing in there.
Opportunity for Team Montgomery to kind of take this whole end away
Always
here.
have that slash to kind of bail out.
Yeah. Not
But-
really,
Yeah, if that's
have it
top
here?
8, this is a different story
This looks
for
like a
Team
lot of
Thompson.
ice, eh?
Hey, nice and fast there, Money.
A great
heavy,
chance
but it
here
doesn't
for
he's actually
Montgomery to
too
get
Yeah,
out of this
I
net.
know.
Yeah.
I got that.
I guess we need to be like,
Seems quick here.
It's
eh?
amazing the difference that 2 to 3 feet can make
Play
on a
it
shot
forward.
like that, right?
Like they were on his at the start and
It's
ended
as
up going too
fast
far.
as anywhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's as fast as anywhere.
If not fast.
Yeah.
this end's been a little quicker as well. Feels fast.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's like a 15.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's faster than that.
Yeah. 15-2-5. You know it. How'd it feel? Oh, I didn't get a time.
Hold it back a bit.
It looks all there.
Line's good.
8.
Whoa.
8 right now.
Wait, close. Yep.
8. Hair big.
Wait.
8.
Whoa. Cleaned in.
Just do
8.
it.
Back 4.
Just
Yep.
do
Yeah, you
it.
probably want to lock it right on.
Whoa.
8. Back 4.
Yeah, right to it would be perfect.
Roll there. Roll there. We're
This
tapping
is
a little.
close.
Oh, we can't.
Don't want to tick it. That's pretty good, I think. Is there any crazy double there, though, off that outside one?
The whole way,
There
I didn't
is.
think we were bumping it till like the last 3 feet, and I'm like, yeah, actually, we are bumping it.
That were great.
That's a little less than what I gave you.
So we'll see Brooke play the freeze down
Never
onto
saving
that
that.
red and, hopefully try to salvage a bit of a skipper's deuce here.
And this gives us 2 outs if we get one locked on. We can either run it or hit outside.
Okay, so we're like 15-2, eh?
Yeah, it's a hair quicker than it was.
I'm actually a little surprised they're not taking on the double, Logan.
No doubt, based on what we've seen.
Got hair down.
Line,
And they'd
side,
probably
go
make
line.
it if they tried it too,
Hard
Melissa.
line.
Sweepers
Got it,
are on this
guys.
one.
Yeah, really need to get by the guard here. That's number 1.
Hard all the way. Really
Hard,
hard,
it is
guys.
not
Gotta
heavy.
go.
No, he's just a
Hard,
bit
hard,
light.
hard,
It's
hard,
going to
hard.
crash on the guard.
Roll it off. Get it off there. You guys see this? Yep.
So chance for Team Montgomery to lie 2 and have a potential force
Yeah,
here
this
in the 6th end.
Uh,
But as you
not
said from the
anymore.
very beginning, it's
Well,
really important
no.
just
That
for Team
double's
Thompson
still
to
there,
score
so-
here.
maybe.
They want to get some of that momentum stopped.
Sorry, in saying that, yes, he probably does have it. It's really tough.
Yeah, we just got to make sure we're 8.
Yeah, I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day here, even if Jason
top
makes
of the
this
house,
draw
just played the
perfect,
floor.
buried
Might
top
be just
four,
like a foot
it's going to leave
slower on
Brooke
this
a
think
draw to
it's
the
max, but-
4th, but
I
maybe
think it's
bite the
max
button
as
for
well.
one.
We
And
can hit
if
the-
Hey,
you're
I
a
think
skip,
that corner was
all you
probably
can ask for,
fastest, right?
Yeah. We're going to guess that that spot is the fastest spot, and this might be just a couple feet
I'm
less.
thinking like almost the same.
Yeah.
Maybe
A foot,
less. You guys-
a foot to 2 feet less is okay too.
I'm thinking throw 2 or 3 feet less, and we
We
should
need to
be
be
able to
full
get it.
8, right?
Like that was a 14.9. That's like it's probably a 15.
Yeah, the brushers didn't
Yeah.
really do much on that last one, so
Very half top 4.
great information there by the front end of Team Montgomery, just providing Jason a couple feet less and they can do the rest.
How'd it feel?
I don't think it's less.
Looks about the same.
Top house.
Looks there right now. 6, 7 right now.
7,
Little
8.
heavy
Then
here,
off.
sweepers
Line's
are
okay.
indicating.
Looks a hair big right now. 7.
Line's great. Just being in the top of the
Easy,
house.
easy. It's got to slow down. It's got to slow down.
Looks like it's all here. 14.75. All there. All there. On its own. On its own.
Okay.
Pretty good.
That one's
Mike.
going to slide a little bit deep, but you see here Team Thompson, Melissa, like maybe there's some backing available there, but they're not using it. They're just throwing their straight draw. trying to put this one. What do they need? A bite of the forefoot, it looks like, for their one.
Touch more, I don't mind.
And I don't mind this. It shows some confidence of the skip throwing the last stone. If you played a backhand, you've got too many things to think about. Just throw the draw to the tee line.
So last draw here in the 6th end.
Just line.
Brooke Kelly Baba.
Big of
How do you
anything.
draw?
Starting to
Sweepers
move.
are
Stay
right
with it.
off this.
Oh, now thinking about it.
Need a bite of the forefoot here for their one.
Looked like it came out a little hard on
Have a
for
look.
Brooke, but
Have a look.
great judge.
Okay, well managed, and no, yeah,
Bye-bye.
perfect.
Wow.
Man, it's so jumpy.
Great job by
All
Team
right,
Thompson.
Team Thompson will lead 6-5 going into the 7th end.
I loved where I saw that break point.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
We'll finish if you can.
So we're back with 7th end of action. Here, draw 4 at the BC Men's and Women's Curling Provincials in beautiful Langley, BC, the George Preston Recreation Center. We're bringing you the feature game coverage between Team Montgomery of Victoria playing Team Thompson of Kamloops. And it's been a very interesting game so far, but Team Thompson escapes that 6th end with their single point and gets a little momentum back on their side.
Looks like
So
lots.
I think we'll see, well, what do you think, Melissa? Do you think we expect to see Roxon play this end?
Good break.
I do, and I think Team Thompson has to think about what they did in the first couple of events. They had lots of rocks in play. They weren't worried whether they had hammer or no hammer. They just kept piling it in, and I think if they can go back to that kind of no fear theory, then they'll put a lot of pressure on their opposition, and I think that's what they need to do.
Sorry, Brad.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a great point, Melissa. For sure, there's been, you know, a bit of a change in the last couple ends and kind of how the ends have been shaping up. There's been a lot less rocks in play, a lot more hits. And, I mean, yeah, like you say, the aggressive play worked early, so find that again.
Yep.
Hard. Yep. Hard. Hard. Yep.
A big scrub here from Team Montgomery.
Roll it. No roll. Just kidding.
Nice shot
And that's
there.
a great hit from Troy
Great hit
Cowan.
by that lead, Troy Cowan. Woohoo!
10 for 11.
As we play the 7th end here, we want to take a moment just to shout out all of our sponsors of this event. Like we mentioned earlier, you know, for an event like this to happen, we really rely on all of the corporate sponsors, both local as well as across the province that help us out and support. So, you know, we want to thank multiple sponsors, so we'll just run through the list here. So we have our list of platinum sponsors, which includes Best Western, Original 16, Bel Air Direct,
I wanted to
Local
roll, but it just wasn't
258,
there at the end.
as well as our gold sponsor, AirVac Services, and many other local sponsors and supporters. And you'll see if you're in the arena here at George Preston, there's all kinds of signage thanking all of our sponsors. On our feature sheet here, we see the logos of all of our sponsors. We also want to shout out our local venue here, the George Preston Recreation Center, as well as all of our media partners. Big
Roll it!
Yeah, pretty good shot there. Like I was saying, we want to thank the venue as well as our media partners. So the Langley Curling Club, the Township of Langley, the George Preston Recreation Center, Czech TV, CBC.ca, as well as Curling Stadium. And we appreciate the crucial support from all of our provincial funding partners, BC Fairs, Festivals, and Events Fund, as well as the government of BC.
Oh, curl.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate here in curling to have such wonderful sponsors and funding partners.
Hard.
And curlers as a whole, we're very loyal people. You know, we like to support those that support us. So we,
I agree.
Always encourage everyone, you know, these sponsors that help us out to be able to be at these events. We always encourage everyone to try to help them out back, right?
Probably 9.
May clean up the front end rocks. May clean up the front end rocks.
So another open end shaping up here.
Yeah, Miles has a chance here right now to get around that corner guard.
190. It looks close though.
A little
7.
tight. Close line.
Yep.
Line only.
Yep. 7, 8.
Line only.
Yes, line.
Hard.
Yep, line.
Hard.
Hard line.
Hard line. Hard.
Whoa.
Really having trouble just getting around those corners right now. Taking a lot of guards today.
Matt, nice weights. Here, Les.
Yeah, and interestingly, Melissa, that does seem to be the trend of what I've noticed so far this week, especially like last night's game we were commentating. Again, like most of the misses were just kind of that light, tight, over curl, wreck the guard, just kind of touch it on your way by. So players just getting a little bit caught with maybe the amount of curl out here. I'm not quite sure what it is, but again, I've also heard that it's so predictable. So I mean, you know, maybe just not quite putting that broom in the right place.
And when ice curls a lot, Logan, you have to think about the process of the rock, right? So if you get by 2 inches or maybe, you know, a foot.
Should be out there.
If you get by a foot, it's still going to curl, finish behind the guard, right? You can still finish it. But if you get by 2 inches, you're probably going to over curl it behind the guard. So
it's coming down. It's like 8.
It's almost like they're playing
9.
too cute.
Still lots of room.
I'm not saying it's just specifically these 2 teams, but as you just said, we've seen a lot of guards tick so far in the, yesterday and this morning. So
We got to bury it.
try and get by that 6 to 8 inches kind of sweet spot, and it should finish right where you need it to.
That's big. Big on the side, big on the ad.
5, 4, 10. Yeah.
So a little deep there for Team Montgomery, but it stays in the ring, so it kind of forces the play here a little bit for Team Thompson.
Small addition.
6, 7.
Looks like lots. Not moving.
Do it.
Oh,
8.
So 7, 8 is a little extra weight as well.
6, 7.
Bryce's finish, if anything.
Yeah, I don't think we can go.
8. You can go. No.
Whoa, it's got to sit.
That's right, Brett.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeze.
Like, sorry, to it?
I think so.
Okay.
3 or 4 feet less.
Chris trying to find the draw weight here.
How'd it feel?
Just drawing to the face of the blue Thompson stone.
6!
Line's good. Yep, hard line.
Sweepers are on this one early here.
Hurry!
This is really curling more. It's going sideways here.
Hard!
Okay.
And it's a bit light, I think, as well. So it crashes on the guard. Just see the frustration by Chris. He's just not sure what's going on out there for him.
Right? I know I had lots of room. What do you think, Matt?
You slid tight too, though.
I was?
Yeah.
You want to stick
We
the
just don't
same
want to leave
ice?
a double here, hey?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, up 8. I got 14-8 on Brad's.
Yeah,
So
and
I don't.
Chris's was 14-7, so I think we're 15-3,
Yeah.
15-4. Even 50, I like 15-5, give it to us, light's fine.
Yeah.
And you listen to those times that those sweepers are communicating there to Brooke, Melissa. The ice is fast, really fast.
Very fast.
They're saying 15-5, so that's the hog-to-hog time. 15-5, and they can get it there. So that's fantastic conditions.
I got close, 4-5.
Mine's good.
Yeah, as a
4-5.
thrower, if you're throwing
Mine's
to the
tight.
top 12
Yep,
or,
yep,
you
yep.
know, at most
Hard
top 8,
line.
just let
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Mine's good. Bit of room.
All right, and we're back here with 8th end action in what has been a very exciting back and forth game. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, and we're into the last few ends here, Melissa. What do you think we can expect in the last 3 ends, I suppose?
Well, I think for Team Montgomery with the hammer here in 8, they're in a pretty comfortable position. I know they're down 2, but they're used to this position. They want that hammer in the even 8th end. They're very important. And for them, they're going to, you saw them take a risk in the last end. It didn't work out for them, but they're going to just try and push a little bit harder now to get a deuce back here in 8.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're, like you say, it didn't work out, but it was close. They were 1 shot away from a possible 3, right? So if you set it up similar and have a couple extra breaks go your way, it could work out for them.
Yeah, and for Team Thompson, I think they just keep doing what they're doing, just getting lots of rocks in play. Trying to work on that, both teams struggling with finding the right line with the right weight.
Half in the 8.
And I like this call. They're trying to block off the corner guard that was just thrown, but this has to be in the rings.
Hard, Matt. God, drag it. Go.
You don't want to leave 2 rocks to hit and roll behind for Team Montgomery. Great sweeping there by Brooke and Matt. Wow. They dragged that a long way.
Draw around.
So lead Troy Cowan, he put up his first one as a corner, and Jason Montgomery now calling for him to go around. So like you say, Melissa, maybe that one from Team Thompson just not quite deep enough there to block this off.
Room.
Line's okay. Curl.
Close.
Yeah, curl.
Good 6.
Curl.
5. 4.
Curl.
Hard, Miles.
Far as it goes.
Keep going.
Far as it goes.
Great weight, just didn't finish as much as maybe they thought, but still pretty good.
Yeah, both teams really working out here on the sweeps. It feels like nearly every rock we're just pounding
throw
it
11
end to
here?
end, so.
No.
Yeah, I heard Chris just asking if maybe it's slowing down a little. So both teams need to be very aware of that. All 4 sheets still in action. Still should be pretty good out there.
Clean.
Yeah, Melissa, speaking of all 4 sheets still in action, during our commercial break there, we were just mentioning how every game out here is just so close, just barn burners across the sheet here. And again, if you want to check in on the scores for any of these games, you can find them live updated on curlbc.ca live scores. You can also find all of the streams online on YouTube, Curl BC YouTube channel or Curling Zone YouTube channel. Check in on all your favorite teams in action here. And really at this point, any of these games would be just fantastic to tune into.
Close line.
Whoa.
7.
Oh, line's okay.
Easy.
7.
It looks a little heavy.
7, 8.
Yeah. 7, 8.
7.
8 right now.
Curl, if anything.
8 right now.
So here's a shot by Miles Craig, and just going a little deep, but a huge shout out from Levi, who's sitting at home watching his dad play this game and cheering hard.
Another one in there.
Levi's a local celebrity around the Victoria Curling Club, Melissa.
And I believe he just turned 9 months old. I saw the picture the other day, a day or two ago. Levi's mother is also here, Carly Sandwith Craig, and she is the 5th player for Teamwork.
Nice throws, Matt. Hit it.
No doubt there from Team Thompson, though. They'll make that
That
peel.
or around again. Hey, whatever. Or around, whatever.
Yeah, actually, maybe a guard.
I like the guard.
Okay.
Not good.
Straight guard the blue.
Yeah.
I like this call for Miles. I think throwing up another guard here and have Team Thompson probably peel it off. But just trying to delay things a little bit more.
Is it actually 4?
Don't need to rush into the house
3.
just yet.
Just 3. Just 3.
Yeah, 3.
Sweepers are
Let it
right off
stop.
this one, Melissa. Just
That's
kind
right,
of
maybe
watching it.
Doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. Just let it stop.
Well, it's pretty perfect, I think. Maybe a little deeper than they wanted, but a good outcome.
Grab them, see if you can get all 3.
Let's suck another one in here.
So, I mean, like we mentioned, Melissa, what was working for Team Thompson at the beginning of the game? It was that aggressive, kind of fearless play. And, you know, we mentioned that, you know, it was working for them. So they need to try to get back to it. And we're seeing it here. You know, I think a lot of teams would elect to maybe peel that red or try to kind of run, get the double
415,
peel,
like 415,
maybe
420.
catch everything there. And Team Thompson, Brad Thompson saying, no, we'll draw around and really put the pressure on.
410.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by this call for Team Thompson. Like you just said, this has been working for them, and this is what's going to get them to where they're very comfortable with this kind of play.
Coming off, 4.
Bryce is rocked. Bryce is rocked. Stay to 6.
Just trying to drag this one in again.
Hard, go. Gotta be second. Go,
Not going to be second. Not bad, though. I mean, it is wide open. It's a usable stone. But there is a chance now that, yeah, Jason can play the hit and roll, or he can play the straight come around.
So I think it's just tightening up maybe just a smidge. I'm not going to throw anymore.
Yeah.
But I think just as far as you guys sweeping it, just be wary of that.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta go. Yeah. You want
4.
it? You want it?
Yeah.
Line's good.
I think we're okay, guys.
4.
Close. Yep.
Gotta go.
Whoa.
Take a look.
5.
Take a look.
Top 8.
Close for line. Yep. Line.
We're there. 6,
Rushers
7.
thought it was
All
right
there,
out
all
of
there.
Chris's hand, but they went hard on it.
No.
This one's skating.
That is
sorry,
a miss
Chris.
sweep by the Brushers,
Jeez.
Troy and Miles.
Looked like a big
Wow.
ad.
Huh?
It looked like a big ad.
Yeah.
You heard Jason saying there, Melissa. It looked like a little bit of a big ad from Chris,
Then
a
we
big
gotta
extension right at
come
the end
back
of
to-
his
we have to
release
stay on
there.
the
So
inside frozen
maybe
of
the
theirs.
sweeper's getting a little bit
Right?
tricked up
They
there.
come
You know,
over,
the
that
times
double's
on the
there. So
stopwatches
same
maybe
height,
didn't
round-
quite equate to
round
how that
arms,
rock
right?
was throwing.
A little higher is better.
Same weight. We'll get it there.
Yeah, there was no addition last time.
Brad looking for about the same weight, maybe just a tiny bit more add. Give the sweepers something to work with.
Got a hair more.
Great line.
5.
You say 4, 5?
Keep it clean.
Where?
5.
Whoa, looks like lots.
Bryce is
Bryce
rock.
is rock. Can't be deeper.
Want to get it at least half buried here. Top 4 would be
6, where are we
perfect.
going?
Oh, this is close, Melissa.
Wow, great
Wow.
judge. Lovely shot. Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah.
No bounce
What a
on
great
this one.
judge by Matt and Bryce.
Probably same weight's good, Chris. Like
probably
a foot less is okay, but
And I think, Melissa, if you're Team Thompson in
Yeah,
this
yeah, they're
situation,
like
in
top-
this game, like we
top
mentioned
left.
at the top of the broadcast,
Touch less, not
you know,
much.
definitely objectively the underdog in this game, you know, 99th ranked in Canada. And I mean, they're just playing
Out of field?
fantastic.
They
Like,
really are.
to be leading this game and
Easy,
so
easy,
confident.
Easy,
as well.
easy. It's
Should
running
be
big.
within the
And going back to
Seven.
the tactic that they're so comfortable with and
We're running it
playing
back.
that no fear,
Top
just keep
four.
putting rocks and making their opposition
Top
throw the
four.
harder ones,
Stay close.
a higher degree of difficulty.
Whoa.
It should be there all that weight. The
So
time's
Chris
heavy.
can't afford to bounce here.
Easy, easy, easy,
This
easy.
looks pretty good.
Sit.
Sit.
Nice shot.
Shot, Chris.
Now, if you're Team Thompson, do you throw up a guard now?
Like the guard?
That was awkward.
You do.
Yeah.
What turn you want to come? What turn?
Out.
Okay.
We're one.
We're one.
So Team Thompson sitting shot rock, electing to throw the guard here.
I just don't want to lose center. That's bad. That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm taking the in.
Yeah.
I would only go the in if you're 100% sure of the ice here. Like
415.
they were taking just outside the 4 foot to get around those guards, so
probably
you'd only have to take about 8 inches
17,
more to get a
16,
good guard.
5,
So
17. Yeah.
I think they
Brad's
know
in the
the
top
outturn
eight with a
path, but
16.5.
you know if Brad's comfortable knowing the intern path, that is totally fine as well. It's what you know.
I like it. 2.
Mine's okay.
Brooke Kelly-Baba with his
Mine's
first
okay.
here in
Two.
the eighth end.
Two.
You
Mine's
heard Brad
pretty good
Thompson
for
say,
two.
you know, you got to
Two,
over
three.
curl center on this one. You want to be
Three, just
across
line.
the
Just
center
clean.
line.
Clean all the
2.
way. Clean to
This
stop.
looks like
Clean to
it's
stop.
definitely doing that.
Oh, whoa, oh.
Stop.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
that's pretty good. Nice spot there by Brooke.
Good judge.
We're just running it, eh?
Not any
Yeah.
great angles there, I don't think, for
Clear out
Montgomery,
less on
but
that
is there
either.
something on the red corner? Maybe? Not sure.
Looks like he's looking at running this blue that they just threw. Maybe getting some action on, you know, the red, top 4 into the blue and the 4 foot. And I'm not sure if you even catch something over on the right side as we're seeing it there,
Straight
Melissa,
back?
by
okay.
Chris Bear's foot.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely possible, I think.
Yeah.
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 Like
for
I'm
sure.
almost thinking if you throw this hard and you hit it in the perfect
Right,
spot,
yeah,
you
your
might be
money.
left
Right on the nose,
sitting
pretty close.
3 or
three.
yeah,
Like
agree.
Jason Montgomery with his first here in the 8th. Long run back.
oh. Girl.
Curl.
Oh, that did not help Montgomery with those 2 blue stones
Okay, those are good
ending up
now.
corner
I
frozen.
think his best shot is.
You might have.
Can he get the
that.
4 into the 3?
Yeah, he kind of took away
We're guarding.
any
Yeah.
chance at any runs there on those
Yeah,
2
that's
blues,
fine.
and
Give
then
him one.
by virtue of that takes away any
I wanna
runs on
give
that
him
red. That's
3.
the tight guard there as well.
He's got that off this
Yeah.
cross. I mean, I don't think
He just has to draw to
can
bite
throw-
the
I
button.
think he has to
think.
draw to bite the button for 1. Agree. I don't know if there's anything on the red.
Guard the 4. Give him the 1 if he makes it. He might have this for 2. I mean, I don't think. I mean, he throws a heater. He might be able to squirt this way, and then he's got 3, right? This might catch here. I think so. I think it catches. I'm okay leaving him that.
I'd play the hit and roll before I go for that draw. Because I mean, we leave ourselves wide open and then he's got.
Well,
he's
but
got
if
a
he
straight
knows
hit.
this, he's got the double
I
for
think they need to
4.
think back to
So we're not playing
early
that hit,
ends. They
'cause right
had
now
the
it's not
same
there.
scenario where they were
What do
playing
you
off
like?
their own.
Like I just wonder, Melissa. I mean, you know, the only shot that
you
we're
wanna
seeing
take
from
away.
our angle is that
I-
draw to
I think we make
bite
him
the edge
take
of the
his
button.
1. I don't want
Like
to
I'm
give him the
noticing,
shot for
like
more.
Team Thompson hasn't discussed even just like a guard or like a like a top
1,
12
2.
kind of
1,
shot
2.
here.
He
Same
wants
weight.
he wants a 1-2.
Yep. Same weight.
Oh, are they 1-2? Are they guarding the red one? Maybe?
I think that's what they are. So I think I was trying to.
Guard the path.
Still 2.
Okay, so at the end of all of that,
Okay.
they did decide to guard the draw. That's what we
Yes.
decided. I think they
Yes.
were originally trying to guard that run back that they were talking about. But we've decided on the
That's
draw,
it.
and Melissa, I think this is the correct
Keep
call.
it
in this
tight.
situation.
Yeah, I like this
One's
call a lot.
fine. Over off. Line's good.
2.
Over off.
2.
Line's tight.
You want to
Line's fine.
make
That's
Jason
it.
Montgomery throw the hardest shot
Fine.
possible to try and score.
No. No.
Yeah,
That's a good spot.
perfect spot there. And I mean, yeah, I think if you're Team Thompson in that situation, like you say, Melissa, like, you know, if there's even any sort of a run
is
on
the
this
same
red
shot
back,
there?
like
Is
that's
that
such a
easier?
hard shot.
Or is it
Leave
not
him
there?
that. Guard that
No.
easy draw, right? I mean, in quotations, but
I mean, this.
I think that's only for one. This side. Okay.
It would just go on to like, you can only see that.
It's for one.
It's only for one.
Yeah. Okay.
You can
And
make
it's like-
this one good.
It's a lot
I think
harder
it's
than
there.
it was.
If you rub the top blue, you might make it anyways.
Yeah.
I say yikes too.
Hair high?
7/8.
I mean, maybe it's there, but I think it was the right choice to leave it for them.
I'm due for one of these.
I know.
Made one. Yeah.
Just a touch high, eh?
Melissa, the rock that I'm actually kind of curious
inch
about
high.
is that blue that they're running into. That's top 12. Where is that blue going to end up at the end of this shot?
Yeah, if you hit what you can see of it, it's almost going, like, where's the red one going to go at? Because the blue's going to make a big contact.
Last shot here in the 8th for Jason Montgomery. Sweepers are on there.
Hey!
Blow it by everything, and it'll be another steal of
Sorry,
one
buddy.
for Team Thompson. They'll be up by 3, leading 8-5 as we move into the 9th end. We'll take a short break.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Right, I'll switch turns.
Okay.
All right, so we're
Yep,
back
yep.
here with 9th end of play.
Yep.
Team Thompson, they were trying their first top 4. It slips deep, and it looks like they're actually hitting this. Hitting their own. They're rolling out. So Team Thompson here, Melissa, obviously going
Nice
into
beat,
this
Maddie.
9th end with the mindset of let's keep no rocks in
Nice
play.
throw, Bryce.
I think You're right. I'm a little surprised to see that. I get it. Like, I understand they're up 3 and they don't want to leave anything for Team Montgomery, but I don't think that was going to hurt you at, you know, this early in the end. So maybe just put another one on the center line area.
Line's good. Bit of room.
Or try and choke off the corner guard because you know that Team Montgomery is going to throw the second corner guard. But I guess they're just trying to make sure that when they go to peel that there's not anything to jam on.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, I think that a 3-point lead in curling in today's game with the 5 rock rule is a very scary lead.
It's
to
that
have.
border, yeah. It's on the fence. It's,
Like,
it's
you
not
know,
a guarantee.
I like the
You
way
can go into the end with the mindset of keeping it clear, peeling everything, but you miss one, and the other team curls 100%, and there's a 3 right back.
Hard, we got it. Hard.
See, and then this kind of theory doesn't really work because they're trying to draw to the middle, which is what they could have done on the previous shot on Bryce's second. So we're right back where we started.
We're got one back 8 again here.
It is close. If I start sooner, we get it.
That's okay.
Maybe were they trying to tick there, Melissa?
They were that they called a draw, but because it was heavy, they were calling a plan B.
I see. Okay.
93.
Close line. Where are you?
7. 7, 8.
You're heavy. It's okay. Close line. Close line.
Close.
Yep. Line only.
Whoa.
8.
So Miles trying to draw behind here. You hear 9-10. That's heavy.
Stuck around.
Close.
Yeah, draw 8's been pretty tricky this game for both teams. Just not finding it.
And Melissa, we're seeing Team Thompson step up here and play the peel on this corner.
Confirm,
I hope I'm not putting you too much on the spot here, but I'm noticing Team Montgomery threw
Hard.
corners on opposite sides.
Lead.
Sometimes we'll see teams
Nice
throw
throw,
corners
Matt.
on the same side. Maybe you could give us a little insight as to why they might have gone one on each side versus
Threw a
one
90
on the
there,
same
Miles.
side.
Real close.
So I've watched a lot of curling lately, and you're right. There's definitely both
Yeah.
choices.
95.
If-
Even a 97 is good.
The theory being, if regardless of which way you do it, if you can only peel one, I guess more teams are thinking that if you put it on the same side, you're kind of grouping. So it's more precision of where those guards are. You have to throw a 3-zone and a 1-zone, and it's a little bit more difficult.
6.
So I actually
Room.
do see more
6,
teams
7.
now
Close.
throwing it split again, so you at
Room.
least have
Lots of
one
room.
side to continue drawing around.
Curl.
Got a curl for sure.
Curl.
Got a curl.
I think if I was
Gotta
Team
go.
Montgomery, though, I would have actually maybe elected to even
Hard,
throw
get
one
it
more
there.
guard on the other side again.
Hard. Get it there.
Don't come in here
As far as
too
you can
early.
go. Hard.
Nice shot there, though, by Miles.
Hard.
Yeah, he'll get shot rock there with that. So
It's good, Miles.
yeah, and I tend to agree with you, Melissa, because we see now like Team Thompson stepping up to peel this, and now if you're Team Montgomery, you don't have any guards in play, right? And at this point, you're really thinking 3 this end, right? So
That's right.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
So I think if they make the perfect peel, they may elect
Hard.
to throw the guard
Rolling,
the
Maddie.
next one here.
Go.
I want to get that out of the way. Uh-oh.
wow, an unfortunate break there for Team Thompson, but on the contrary, very fortunate for Team Montgomery.
Think it?
Yeah.
All right, you know what you're hearing, Chris.
Yep.
Still fast here.
Yeah.
Just watch it crossing center. It's sort of a couple times it has slowed down in that.
Yep. You know
zone
it.
there.
What do you
Should be
think?
close. 6, 7.
Gotta go line.
So that blue rock
Yep.
of Brad's has rolled to the corner. So Team Montgomery
Hard line.
taking advantage of it, trying to get in behind.
Hard line.
Light,
7.
Hard line. You gotta
probably
go.
line
Hard.
one line first,
Hey!
second, maybe,
Hard.
if they can.
Hard. Hard.
Oh boy.
There it is again, Melissa. I mean, how many times have we seen that exact miss today, hey?
Wow.
What do we need? Half
the
or
triples there?
thicker?
Half rock.
Maybe not quite.
Watch the back
triple.
double too. 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'll take
As
it.
long as you get a double here, if you're Team
Half, little
Thompson.
less.
What are we throwing, 9?
8, right? Firm.
I didn't see the call here, Melissa.
Firm
Which
or
double
peel?
are they trying to make? Did they specify?
They did not. They just said, how much do I need to hit? There might be an outside chance of the triple here, depending on where they hit it. But they're looking at about half a rock.
Yep. Straight, straight, straight. Hard.
Get one or the other.
Oh, and
Oh boy.
see, Melissa, I ran out of time before he was throwing there, but what I was trying to get at with my question on which one are they playing is, you know, in that situation, like you say, outside chance
That
at a
rate was
triple,
fine,
but you
just-
have to
Yeah,
commit to
same
one
way.
double.
You
We'll
have
figure
to
out,
commit to one.
you know, how are you going to make that one? And maybe you get lucky and you get the triple, but, you know, we saw it there. It didn't commit to one by what it looked like to me, and then you didn't get either, so.
Yeah, like Brooke really didn't line any of the doubles up. They just put the
More
broom
room,
down and
boss.
said, let's go
Set.
here. So
Easy.
You got room on this one. Whoa.
Easy.
Keep your broom down.
Line's okay.
6.
7.
It's gonna
Lot of
get
room.
there.
Lots of room.
7 on 2.
mine is better on this one.
6.
6-7 sounds
Curl.
decent weight.
Curl.
T-line. T-line. T-line.
Keep going. Go, go.
Curl.
Hard. Hard. Keep going. Hard.
That's a nice shot there by Chris. Great shot.
Yeah, you almost couldn't have placed that one
good.
better.
Nice sauce.
If you're Team Thompson, you're very comfortable giving up 2 here. I mean, giving
We
up
just
3
get you on
also
it a
is
little
not the end of the
sooner
world
for
because you'd
distance,
have
it's probably
hammer
fine.
in 10.
Like if it goes one
Just
more
suck.
But if
rock.
you could ever
First
just,
one.
Yeah.
Milesed it.
you know,
Oh well.
force them to take just
Not bad.
I'm
2,
like sliding out.
that would be
Pretty good.
ideal.
I'm just sliding out too fast, and then I'm like, bleh.
And that
But
goes
my
back to the
releases are
previous
such
shot,
like
how
that
important
one,
it
so
was to make
slow.
sure that you commit to one of the doubles.
Yeah, giving up 2 here for Team Thompson would be, you know, just fine. They'll be up 1 with the hammer and 10.
Good 7.
Statistically,
Whoa.
that's a great place to be.
Whoa. Curl. Curl. Whoa. Whoa. Straight. Straight. Whoa. Straight.
Well, that worked out just fine. I don't know
How
who
about Brooke?
shot. I think red, maybe? But that potentially eliminated a 3. What a wonderful shot by Brooke. It's pretty... Oh,
Yeah,
Chris
man.
thinks it's blue, I think.
Had to hit it thicker, right?
Oh yeah. It was
I mean, if it's blue, that's a fantastic
That's
shot.
right.
But
Double, I guess.
either way, that's a great shot to, like we said, take away that chance of a 3,
Yeah, maybe.
essentially.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
timeout called by Team Montgomery here.
Yeah, Chris did indicate blue, but we're not 100% sure.
Is that in?
Yeah.
No. Is it?
Yeah. Well,
Actually, that might be in.
I think it is.
If that's
So, like, my first thought was playing that.
well, if we think this is in, make sure we get it out, even if we do something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Melissa, we hear the players there. They're wondering if this rock is in or if it's out.
Try.
I do think that it actually could make a significant difference whether it's in or out, right?
I would say it's out.
You say it's out?
Out.
Oh, some say out, some say in.
Handcrafted in solution.
Really? I didn't think that was ever in.
We're back with the 10th end here. 10th end of play, draw 4 at the BC Men's and Women's Curling Championships. Our feature game between Team Montgomery and Team Thompson. Team Thompson leads 8-6 with Hammer playing 10. A good spot to be. And Melissa, we just saw that first rock come down from Troy Cowan. Team Montgomery was calling a tight guard and slipped into the rings. What does that mean for that team in this end?
Well, it's really unfortunate, actually. You know, you had to be anywhere out front, and I heard Chris say sorry, so maybe they swept it a little bit. We were peeking at other games, so we didn't quite watch it. But unfortunately, that just makes it that much more difficult for Team Montgomery to try and steal any points here. That first zone is the very important one to be up front.
Yeah, so a must make here for Troy Cowan. So throw in the center guard again.
Mine's good.
We want to give you a quick update. We do have our first final out here this morning, and it's Team Ryan with a 10-8 victory over Team Wark.
Mine's good.
That was a back and forth game. We were watching that game most of this draw, trying to keep an eye on it. So Team Ryan, I believe, does that improve them to 2-0, Melissa, or are they 1-1? Third game.
Yeah, I think they're 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Yes.
Drew?
That's yours, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Team Thompson electing to throw this one through. Trying to keep everything as wide open as possible.
There was the definite chuck at the end of that.
It sounds like he's losing his voice a little.
There's a lot of week left here.
Yeah.
Like
only day
back
2.
button, probably? Yeah. Like back 4. We don't want them too close together.
So, trying to put up a high guard. Oh, nope. Drawing around.
Good. Back 4.
I heard back 4.
5.
Yep,
5.
It's curling hard. Yep,
I
line.
think I would be tempted to throw one more guard, but
line.
you know they're going to peel. Thompson will peel the first guard, so if this one gets around, they can throw a guard on their neck.
As far as you can go with it. Keep going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
It's not bad.
So Melissa, like we mentioned at the top for this men's side, it's a 12-team triple knockout. Both these teams, they're playing on the B side here this morning. So for the loser of this game, you know, it becomes a long road to the qualification round, to the playoffs. And a lot of curling left. Well, for both these teams.
Yeah, considering it's only Tuesday. And is it Tuesday? Wednesday. Okay, it's Wednesday. Thank God. Yeah, but it's still, like you say, now you've got to pretty much play out. Like you've got to win every game, and it's going to be a lot of games to get to the qualifier.
Two and a half.
Whoa, then.
2.
2 at the most.
Easy, Chris. Easy.
Don't want more than 2.
2. Just a 2.
Just a 2 is good.
High 2.
Yep,
High 2 is okay.
Keep it moving. Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Another guard goes up for Team Montgomery. Very straightforward game or end plan here for Thompson. Just keep on removing their opposition stones.
Hard!
Oh, yeah. This one's tight early, I think, Melissa.
Hard! Right up! Right to contact. Hard roll, Brooke. Hard. Get out there.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That works.
Go around that.
Soon. Still
Around
one
that
more.
one?
kind of think so.
What do you like?
We got to try and sit 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't mind drawing around. Yeah, that's right. I want to sit 3.
Yeah.
Sit that or one more.
I'd be tempted to go.
I
I'd be
think
tempted to go
Okay.
one more guard. There's 4 rocks left, and you heard they want to sit 3. So if you go one more, make Thompson peel, and then go around.
I had a coach one time, Melissa,
5,
tell me
6.
that if you're
Whoa,
thinking
whoa,
about
lots of
one
room.
more versus not one more,
Lots of
most of
room.
the time it's one more.
One more. Good. That's a good piece of advice. I like that.
Line's good.
Yep, go on it. Keep going. Curl, curl, curl. Curl.
Where's it go? Just keep going.
Always curling.
I
touched that.
Yeah, that's going the other way from the turn. Oh,
Looks like that was a burnt
poor
stone
Troy.
there.
Yeah, you saw what happened. It usually, if it didn't affect the path, you would just leave it, but you could actually see it
Oh, here we
take
go.
another turn.
Yeah,
So
BC game
unfortunate for
getting
Troy.
piped in there. I see that.
I went to maybe pull that.
Nine?
No, just a firm control.
Okay.
Well, ideally, you want to roll a bit your side.
Okay.
9, 7, 9.
Yeah, so it's an unfortunate situation for Team Montgomery there, and
9-5.
Yep, straight.
Really hard.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Hard for a piece, it sounds like.
Right on the way.
Brad got this one going. You can see how much it's curling.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Just gotta get rid of it.
wow, and what a
Great
sweep. Bryce was on that literally as end to end as you could possibly be, and saves that for Team Thompson. Melissa, we do have another final out here
Too much
over on
soft,
sheet
but
A.
weight
Team
and
Finance
release. I
takes the
just-
victory 6-3
Right?
over
No,
Team
no, I know. I
Pierce.
was 10 and
So
throw
that
it
was
away
still an
before.
A game, so that'll drop Team Pierce to the B. Team Finance will move on in the A. They're having a
Soften my
great
release,
week
my
so
weight was
far.
up.
They beat
Just
Team
gotta
Montgomery
throw.
yesterday and then Team Pierce today. So taking down the big dogs, if you will, for sure.
Wow.
What we got, Brooke?
Oh, unfortunately for Chris, that one just slides right through.
Enter and rip it.
I was wondering if that,
You want the intern?
Yeah.
yeah, just get rid of it.
Firm.
Yep. Yep. Hey.
Hard!
Hey.
Hard!
Hey.
Hard!
Get it more over there.
A little better.
You really come up out there.
You're saying there's a
Sorry?
chance.
All right. Team Montgomery with 2 stones left here and need both of these to count.
Looks quick, eh?
Yeah.
You got it?
Close.
You want it?
Yeah, sure.
Curl.
Move this one.
I think we gotta go.
Curl all day.
I think we gotta go.
T-line? T-line's going to be mostly buried. Yeah, get a T. Get
You know,
a T.
Melissa, you got to give some credits to these sweepers here. I mean, this game
Nice
is,
sweep, Troy.
you know, more or less unattainable at this point, and they're still pounding that rock end to end and just,
Take it if we hit
you
the
know,
guard,
trying to
it's
get
fine.
something
Yeah.
out of it, and that's pretty admirable.
100%. I think that's
throw control.
awesome. I just,
What's that?
I'll throw
I
control.
mean, what a great shot there by Jason, too. Like, they made that perfect.
Well, it'll still peel.
Throw control,
Okay?
it'll still
Or do
peel
we just rip?
Sure, rip it.
I think you go for the one in the rings, and if you get it, great. And if you don't, you tick the guard.
Yeah, play it tight with that out turn, right? And
Yeah. I mean, this is fine, too. Like, but
7.
you have a chance of ending
yep,
the game right
yep.
now. You take it.
Hard!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
well,
or
how
that,
about
or
that?
do
There
it
you
that
go.
way. That's fine.
Wow,
Whatever you choose.
So with that, Team Thompson will eliminate Team Montgomery's rock from the rings and run them out of stones, and Team Thompson will take that victory by a score of 8-6. They'll move on in the B, and that will drop Team Montgomery down to the C. Thank you for joining us on our coverage this morning. On behalf of Melissa Saligo, we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back at 2 p.m. with the next draw of the day. Thanks again, and thank you to all our sponsors. Take care.
Oh, yeah. Good game. Good luck.
Handcraft. Join the revolution.